time to check in once again. Quincy City Clerk Nicole Crispo joining us for an update on the December 6th Board of License Commissioners meeting. How are you, Nikki?
I'm good, Joe. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for taking time again to give us an update on the meeting. Also, we're going to touch on the special election afterwards, but how'd the meeting go?
Very good, thank you. It was 4 p.m. yesterday, and right off the bat, Sue called the roll. Chief Keenan couldn't be there, so Detective Brown sat in for him. And then, so we had a 5-member board, and agenda item number 1 withdrew the application prior to the meeting. So we went right to agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of Copeland Living LLC for a lodging home license for the premise located at 49 Copeland Street due to a change of ownership in existing licensed lodging home. Proposed manager Shen Mayan Yu. She had a woman there who spoke on behalf of her Elizabeth, her attorney. The lodging home currently is vacant, and they are just doing minor repairs. This applicant also owns the lodging home next door, and they are just going to move in new tenants. So that went through 5-0. Agenda item number 3, hearing regarding the request of P&D Indian Street Food for a cabaret license for the premise located at 17 Beale Street. Tony Patel. Tony had been notified, but was not there at the hearing. Whether he was, in traffic, we didn't know, or what the issue was, but his cabaret license application was complete, and he is existing there now. So we did take that all under consideration and move forward. However, Commissioner Duca asked that we put a condition on the cabaret license that they get a new occupancy permit there. So once they complete the occupancy permit, they can come and get their cabaret license. That went through 5-0. Councillor Phelan was notified and didn't have any concerns about that cabaret license at 17 Beale Street.
What does that allow them to do, Nikki, with a cabaret license?
It's more like for a one-man band, or up to 3 pieces. Perhaps, a guitar and a singer.
I see. Okay.
Agenda item number 4, hearing regarding the request of FPS Libations LLC doing business as Presidential Liquors, 25 Scammell Street, for a change of ownership and interest of the LLC managers with respect to their all alcohol beverage store license. Attorney Carolyn Conway could not be there. The owners themselves, Jonathan and Joe, were there. So this was 3 owners on this Presidential Liquors license, and they wanted to get Keno, but the lottery found that one of the gentlemen that worked there, sister, worked for the IRS, and so they caused it a conflict of interest. Yeah. So and we've had some issues like that come up in the past. So they withdrew one of the owners so that they could get the Keno there.
Oh, okay.
So they've heard from the Mass Lottery, and the Mass Lottery was okay with them doing that. So And we're certainly okay with them doing that. It went through 5-0.
Okay, interesting. That would be a conflict. I wouldn't think that, but okay.
I know.
Yeah.
And we've had similar issues in the past. They really do a thorough investigation of anyone who works for a state, municipal, or government job in their family does not get any kind of mass lottery.
Okay, well, it's good to know the system is working. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And that concluded our agenda items, other than some other business applications received by the Mass State Lottery for Keno license at 307 Victory Road, Ciro's Restaurant. There were no objections on that, so that went through. And the 2023 License Board calendar was submitted to the board members with no objections, and the dates will be updated on the city web. Holiday hours, some people like to refer to it as happy hour. Annual reminders, including restaurants may not sell alcohol until noon on Christmas Day. Retail stores may not sell alcohol on Christmas Day, but may remain open until 11:30 p.m. on Christmas Eve, December 24th. And holiday season reminders from the ABCC regulations. Details are available on the ABCC website and on the city clerk's city's website as
Okay,
well.
Christmas is actually on a Sunday this year, so would that have been the case anyway?
Yes, it would,
Yeah.
but always good to just remind people of that. And the regulations are out there. So if anyone has any more questions, or can certainly call our office and follow up.
Okay, excellent.
And happy for Jay Duca, but sad for the board. That was his last meeting.
Wow.
So we recognize Jay for his 18 years of service on the board and his 22 years of service with the city of Quincy. He's a gracious guy and he's taught me so much. We're going to miss him so much. He was the vice chair for me, and so we will be doing elections coming up in the new year. But Jay will certainly be missed on the board as well as throughout the city of Quincy. He was sure to thank Mayor Koch and to thank everyone on the board for all they've done, and said that he really thought of Quincy as his second home, but is ready to retire and enjoy some time with his family.
Very nice. Well, we certainly wish him well. From all of us here at QATV, he's always been gracious to me anytime I've reached out for questions or information, or with filling in for you here at the license board. So I want to thank him and wish him the best.
Yeah, he's a wealth of knowledge. He'll certainly be missed, but he said, he'll be in contact for the next month or so with the transition and all. So he'll be missed.
Kind of like when Joe Shea retired.
Exactly. But so nice and eager to help and with the transition.
Yeah, great. And that's a mayoral appointment, right? So to fill in his vacancy, the mayor will take care of that. Okay.
Yes.
All righty. On to the other business at hand, Nikki. A special election to fill the Ward 4 City Council seat.
Yes. We're moving forward. We do have four prospective candidates. 2 have already returned their nomination papers, certifying that they will be on the ballot. We did have a Monday night council meeting where I asked the council to revise the Ward 4 special election calendar. That being said, so there was about a 10-day period between the last day to submit your nomination papers and then filing a certified nomination paper, including a statement of candidacy with the city clerk. Well, that statement of candidacy is actually on the nomination paper and it's notarized before it's dropped off here. So that being said, I asked if the city council would consider voting to shorten the time between the last day to submit the papers and the certificate of candidacy. And they did. That'll also be to post candidates within the city clerk's office on December 14th, and the last day and hour for objections or withdrawals from for the nomination, and that will be December 14th. That being said, that opens up drawing for position on December 15th. On December 15th, we'll have here at City Hall drawing for position. We will send the candidates a letter inviting them to appear. They don't have to be here. They can send a representative or we can do it for them. And that will get us the information that we need to go forward to print these ballots. As soon as we can get them printed, the sooner we can get them back and get them out to Ward 4 residents. We are not going to be doing a mass mailing. We got some guidelines from the Secretary of State's office regarding early voting and the mail out card. And so we're not required to send out the card, but we are required to offer it. So that being said, we're going to offer early voting and mail-in voting. We will have to opt into early voting, which we'll do at the next council meeting. And that being said, anyone who wants a ballot by mail, we do have the applications online. They can download the form and send it back to us, mail it, of course. There's, or you can call the office and we can help you with that. But those that used a 2022 request for a mail-in ballot, that will not be available for this coming special. So be aware that you need to fill one out every calendar year. So if you wish to partake in the special Ward 4 elections, you will need to fill out a new request to vote by mail. And we can get that out to you by mail or upon request. Or you can get it on our city website.
Okay, it won't happen automatically then. Folks have to be
No.
proactive and reach out and request it.
That's right.
Okay. So, and that's for mail-in voting. How about early voting, Nikki? How will that
So
work?
early voting, the city council has to opt into early voting. I will bring it before them at the next council meeting, and they can vote whether to accept or not accept
Okay.
the early voting. I assume I've spoken to a lot of them. They're for early voting. It won't be in a separate area. It will be here at the election department, just like we do absentee voting. It'll be early voting and absentee voting available at City Hall on the second floor. We will try to start it on the last day to register to vote, which will be Saturday the 7th.
January 7th.
January 7th. We'll try to start it on that day. We'll have early voting, and this will all be before the city council. This is proposed. This will be before the city council at the next meeting on December 19th to have it January 7th, Saturday, and then Monday through Friday here at the office, 8:30 to 4:30.
And if a preliminary is needed, when would that be held?
The 17th of January.
Okay, so that hasn't changed. Okay.
No, nope. And February 7th will be the final.
Okay, All
Yep.
right. Lots going on, as always.
I know. I just really thought that we could take advantage of the time, and it helps us with 2 weeks, 2 weeks of preparation in order to get the ballots printed, and I think that'll be helpful to the Ward 4 residents.
Okay, sure. When is the last day to pull nomination papers, or is that already passed?
Last day to submit nomination papers is December 13th.
Okay.
So if you
all right.
wanted to come in that morning and pull papers, you could, but you have to have them back by 5 p.m.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, very good. And looks like, oh, when's the next license board? It'll be in the new year, obviously.
Yes. No,
No?
we have one the 20th,
Oh, you do? Okay.
December 20th. Yep.
All right. You'll all be dressed as elves.
Yeah.
Okay, Nikki.
Okay, take care.
What's a good phone number for folks to call if they have election questions?
617-376-1144 or 43.
Okay, great. So, and by the way, your staff in the elections department is superb. They are
Oh,
excellent.
thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. I'll be sure to pass it along. They've been working so hard and they're doing a great job.
Great. All right, we'll catch up with you on the 21st, if that's okay.
Of course. Take care.